cheers for being here. From what you've seen on the title, I am, out at Gunn Point, looking for an abandoned prison farm. So we're not looking for, I don't know exactly where it is. There's tracks going off everywhere out here at Gunn Point in Northern Territory, which is around Darwin region, which is absolutely excellent. I do not really full driving at the moment, other than some water and stuff with all the mud. You'd want a bit of traction and a bit of clearance to get through that kind of stuff, especially further into the wet season. It's not too bad at the moment. But otherwise, on my way out to an abandoned prison farm. So it used to be running from this time until I think it was 1996. The Fanny Bay Jail in Darwin started to get overcrowded, so they built this out here, the government did, run it for however long, and then due to just money problems, I think it was, and inmates not being able to get out of the cells enough, I think it was also, they closed it down. So now there's just the remnants of the buildings as they're starting to get more and more dilapidated. So it'll be an interesting one. It's beautiful habitat just to be driving through, these native pine forests, and there was some more like eucalypts and gums and that kind of stuff a bit further back. But otherwise, it's a beautiful area nonetheless. But to see all these abandoned buildings of this prison farm, it's going to be pretty good. So I'll make the trek up there. This is just what I'm dealing with, just a little road in here. I've gone down a couple of roads, and this is the one just in. We're starting to get to a clearing where I can sort of see through the bushes some buildings. So I'll get them to you very shortly. All right, so as you can see, just made it out here. So first port of call, whatever, is going to be the tower. You can get in there, doors bust off, and you can climb to the top if you want. It looks pretty safe, which is good. I've seen a lot of people take photos from up there. There's obviously buildings that used to be here which aren't anymore. There's buildings that are just a structure without roofs, and some of them are still fully there. So and then some cyclone shelters and that kind of thing, which are I'm doing that, but they're not really that good. They're real basic stuff. So I'm gonna go for a look up here. First up, if you are keen on coming out here, other than the glass and all that, the locals have been having a good time. It does give off some creepy vibes. There's some people staying here. They reckon they're the caretakers. I haven't spoken to them personally, but if you go on Wiki Camps and look it up and see what people have been saying about the site, a lot of people say real creepy vibes. Not from the people, but otherwise you come in, there's dog barking, there's full drive, and someone's made like a little lean-to in one of the buildings. There's a Christmas tree up at the moment, which is a nice little touch. So they're staying with putting a Christmas tree up. I haven't got a Christmas tree up, so they're one step ahead of me. But otherwise, it just gives off a bit of a I'm sure they're really nice people, and I just prefer to be no one here, just absolutely dead. I would feel safer. They could be the nicest people in the world, but just having people camping and making a little lean-to there, it just feels a bit weird. But otherwise, I haven't spoken to them. I don't know them, so could be jumping to conclusions, or it could be a safe way to think that way. But either way, there's other people getting around in quad bikes and that kind of thing around the place, because there's just tracks everywhere. But I'll go for a bit of a loop around some of the outskirty stuff like this and go look through those buildings. Would be a bit nice. I go for a walk and a look around, but otherwise, avoiding the central area where those people are. I don't want to disturb them, even if they are really nice people and that, and say hi. I don't want to be disturbing anyone or anything like that. So, a lot of the stuff I can show you. You're not going to go inside the buildings because apparently, to start off with, it looks super dodgy. Like they might collapse in on you, and apparently they're riddled with asbestos and that kind of thing, so obviously not ideal. But I'll go up here first, get a beautiful vantage point. We'll go out through the buildings and just make tracks and see what happens. So this is a tower here. Heaps of people have been having a good time in here, mostly with fireworks. But there you go, this is sort of what you're dealing with. So it's probably, don't want to prick my hand, because it's probably absolutely full of crap. I'm not going to really be able to climb and film. But otherwise, it looks pretty structurally strong. Golly me, lost for breath. So there's the car down there. Oh, it is a bit of a drop. I'm not sure if it's hot. I'm not sure if it's because I'm hot and I'm due for a drink and I'm high up. It does feel like it's shaking. I think it is a bit, which is not great. So as long as you can deal with that. It's Gunn Point Beach out there. Golly me. And yeah, you can see all the abandoned buildings a bit better out there, and all that kind of stuff. Beautiful. A couple of birds getting around. Oh golly, almost tripped and went over the edge. But yeah, that's where the people are staying, in that building there. Not sure if you can see. Yeah, so when I say caretakers and that kind of stuff, that's what they describe themselves as, which I'm sure they are. It's not like a little yeah, ranger station or anything like that. They're just in one of the abandoned buildings, one of the ones with actually has a roof on it. So yeah, I won't go too much out that way, but otherwise we'll just have a glance at a couple of these buildings. Golly me, she's a long one, big one. Oh, and that must have been like where a water tank was or something. There's a big yeah, plate down there. Beauty. But look at this, absolutely stellar view. Absolutely stellar view. You can see for ages. There's a heap of birds getting around, which is absolutely stunning. As I said, nothing too special, but otherwise quite beautiful. And just this savanna woodland, which is a treat and a half to look at. Anyway, we'll make the journey back down. He's got little platforms each way, so if you're full, you're not going to go the whole way down. What's this one? Oh, there's another little secret area in there. Oh, maybe that's where they keep the water. So you climb up the middle and this is where they store the water for the prisoners. There you go. But I won't go in there. There you go. So down now on my way to, yeah, the buildings over here. The longer you stay here, the better it feels. When you first rock up, I was really not feeling great about it. Even if you're with a couple of people, you'd be like, oh, it just puts your hackles up. But other than that, let's go this way. It's not terrible. I feel a bit better about everything. So yeah, it just feels like you walked in. It feels like you shouldn't be here because you've walked into someone's little yeah, house. But on Wiki Camps they say, yeah, we're all friendly, like don't worry, we're just here to keep it, make sure people don't trash it even more and ruin it. They're just somewhere for them to live, I guess, and they're just taking care of the place, which is really nice. So yeah, it feels like you just walked onto someone's property and you shouldn't be here. They're gonna come out and be like, what the hell are you doing here, mate? And yeah, come out with pitchforks and torches and chase you off. But anyway, these, I don't know, cell blocks maybe, they look a bit big. Maybe they gave them a bit of space because they were out here in the heat. Oh, I don't know, way too big for a cell block, I reckon. And they continue onto each other. Surely they didn't have that much space. Maybe they chucked a few of them in here. But you can see you've just come off with like a prescribed burn through here. I doubt it would be bushfire. I highly think it's prescribed burn. And it's just, yeah, had to go at some of the buildings, but there you go. But yeah, that's what's taken off some of the roofs, or it's just dilapidated. Obviously, since they closed this place down, just no one's, yeah, done anything for it. So it is an interesting one to walk around. I'd bring people back here to have a look. But if you are interested in abandoned stuff and whatnot, look up the Gunn Point prison farm. You could get out here in a two-wheel drive in the dry season. You'd make it out here in a Hyundai Getz, but Hyundai Getz you'd get out here during the wet as well. They're a brilliant little car. I used to have one. I used to treat it pretty rough, and it got me everywhere I wanted to go within reason. Another building. But otherwise, yeah, even if you got a little car, you'd be able to get here out here in the dry. But yeah, during the wet, there's too much water on the roads, and yeah, you'd sink. So, what's someone's structure? Whatnot. Something else over there. Another building over here. Maybe these are the cells. Yeah, these look more like cells. I know, or shower areas. Tiles on the floor. Oh, but there is an electrical connection for a TV. Strange. But this looks more like a cell, what you'd have a bed in, and you don't want to give them a heap of space. yeah, I reckon this would be the cell block. Maybe that was the guard quarters. Who knows? I don't know, I'm just speculating all this, but that definitely looks like cells. Look at them all lined up. Pretty small area just to fit a lot of people, whereas these are a lot more spacious, that kind of thing. And all the spray cans and everything going on. Alright, we'll loop around the back. Alright, coming up to another building here. It's all sort of been boarded up and then torn down. But I'm definitely not going in there. All the exposed, probably not good to get this close anyway with the asbestos. I suppose if you're only moving it around, but I don't want to go in there. They've boarded it up and it seems dodgy as anyway. Things will fall down here, possums and whatnot, but I don't know, that seems a lot larger of an area. Hard to say what that one is. Well, for me, I'm sure other people would know if you've been in and around prisons, or you just know what it looks like. I don't know. I'm sure there'd be like a food area, like a big yeah, food block. You go and have your meals and that kind of thing. So I think I found potential, I don't know, guard rooms maybe. Definitely found the cells, I reckon. And then, I don't know, maybe that was a food block. There might have been a little kitchen area in there that I didn't see. Look at this. This is what I was most excited about. This is the storm shelters. So it's just a concrete round, and then it's yeah, got 2 benches in there. I don't know if you can see. There you go. Little air vents up the top, and just sit and wait out the storm. Really, the door's been taken off this one. I think the door on the other one. There's 2 here. But yeah, storm shelters for the cyclone season. I guess there's another big building over here as well. It's like the prison stuff's cool, but I don't know, I like this stuff's really cool. The survival shelters. Yeah, there's another one here. There you go. And then this building here was structure. It used to be a building, but who knows what it was. Big sort of dome. It's all but falling apart now. And then orange-footed scrubfowl mound just there. So there you go. Let's see how thick these doors were, because this looks pretty thick itself. This concrete. Secondary wall, I guess, in case anything gets blown and dust lands into the side. Do not disturb. And then a word. There you go. Pretty heavy door. Not crazy. You know, not a bank vault, but still good enough to protect you, I guess. You'd want what you can get. There you go. And then whatever this thing is, I might walk under this and see what it's about on the other side. There's one air vent on that one. But yeah, don't know what this one's about. The other stuff you could sort of get an idea, and I could piece together what I was saying, although my prison knowledge of prison structures is as far as orange is the new black. So yeah, it's not great, but it's not the worst. So there you go. Don't know what this would have been. There's a trough there. This looks like a... Oh, this might be where they... maybe? Was this where they had animals? Did they have animals here to farm? Was this to farm, to feed people? There's like a trough here that you would have had water and feed maybe, and or feed. And this is a structure where they kept animals, I don't know, chickens, pigs. It's probably about all the animals you want to keep out here. Don't know. And some other stuff over here. Oh, golly me. Scared the crap out of myself there. Anyway. Yeah, whatever that was, that's fallen down. Power. And then there's, yeah, another water tank out through there. Not going to go out that way. And then that, don't know, maybe an outhouse for that one. Interesting. Oh yeah, and there's like chicken wire and stuff out here. So maybe chook yards or animal yards out this way. Don't know. No clue. Maybe snakes? Oh no, it's a bit too flat on the ground, the snakes. Maybe slaties, but no. There you go. And a heap of wildlife, which is wicked. I've seen a heap of birds cruising around, that kind of thing, and some, I don't know, agile wallabies up here, I reckon they are. They scare the crap out of you as well, as you're walking through the bush and you just hear like a big thump as they jump off. So there you go. Look at that, it's really cool. This sort of stuff's really cool. Abandoned buildings, cool. But this sort of stuff right here, I like it. How you've got like the nature taking back kind of thing. It's all abandoned, but everything's growing back over. Gives those nice post-apocalyptic vibes, which yeah, looks like the way the world is going. So better get used to it. Better start enjoying it, scoping out good places, I guess. All right, the mosquitoes out here are ridiculous now, but we're out to the toilet block. So the cisterns there, so I don't want to go in there because I don't want to get crushed accidentally. There's toilets there, a few toilets, little cubicles on that side. You can see through the nice hole someone's made in the wall. And then through this side is the showers. There's all the seats there, and then the showers on the wall over there, which you might be able to see. Nice amount of graffiti in there, but otherwise, yeah, it looks pretty strong still. But I don't want to get in there and mess around, because yeah, what a shit place to die, really, if it all come down. So there you go. What do we see? Yeah, cell blocks, toilet blocks. There was the shelter, the water tower, and that kind of thing. There's a whole sort of section over there where the people are living. But otherwise, would I come back? I personally wouldn't come back. I've seen it all. There's not really a lot to look at personally. But if I had people coming and they were like, oh, I wouldn't mind looking through an abandoned building and having a look, you definitely bring people back out here. So yeah, that's really all it is. It's cool. If you want to look up the history online, I looked up a little bit beforehand. I don't remember the exact dates of when it opened and closed and that kind of thing, but otherwise learning the history, what happened, and then seeing the structure left behind is pretty cool. So little hour or so you could spend out here, I guess, if you're really wanting to fozzick and look around. But otherwise, yeah, once you've seen it, you're all good, I suppose. It's just going to get progressively worse and worse, I would assume, as the storms and just the general environment rips through it, and the weather, and locals and whatnot just coming here with their fireworks and graffiti and whatnot and all that kind of thing. But otherwise, I'll head back in the car now. It's been all right. It's been a nice little look around. It was a bit creepy to start with, but I feel a lot better now. I'll drive out towards the beach. I've come in off the main road, but otherwise, as long as the tide's low, Gunn Point Beach is excellent to drive along. So I might go have a look at that, but otherwise, or check some of the tracks out through here, although they are getting a bit wet, so it's getting a bit more and more dodgy. So yeah, cheers for joining. It was probably a little short video to have a look at. I don't know what that is. Don't want to step through it break it up if it's not good for me to breathe in. Probably a lot not good to breathe in around here. But otherwise, cheers for joining. Short little video. Might have interested some people, not so much others. I think there's a little red-winged parrot cruising past. Beautiful. But yeah, if you're ever up here, take a look around if you can. Do be aware, it gives off some weird vibes, but at the end of the day, it's a cool little look around. If you're into that kind of thing, checking out abandoned buildings and derelict stuff and whatnot. So cheers for being here. Go explore, do what you want, do what you love, all that good stuff. And until next time, thanks for watching.